A rare colossal shark enters the rivers of Paris and wreaks havoc in the city. A scientist loses her husband and her crew in a shark attack. 3 years later, she finds out that the same shark has made its way into her city. Slowly, the shark starts attacking the citizens who visit the rivers and eventually starts reproducing at a rapid rate. The city is in shambles as the sharks wreak havoc. Now, the scientist teams up with the police to eliminate the shark. The movie opens in the North Pacific Ocean. We meet scientist Sophia and her crew, recording a documentary about plastic waste that is polluting the ocean and the fish and sea creatures. They planted a beacon on a shark named Lilith and were tracking her to get a blood sample for research. While recording, they get a signal that Lilith is on their radar. Sophia's crew, including her husband, Chris, dives into the ocean. They swim towards the signal and find a deceased sperm whale stuck in the plastic nets and bleeding. Suddenly, a swarm of sharks surrounds them, and among them is Lilith. Chris and Sophia are shocked to see that Lilith has grown from 2.5 meters to 7 meters within 3 months. Chris tries to extract a sample from Lilith, but gets attacked by her. One by one, Lilith attacks all of them, so Sophia dives in to eliminate Lilith, but finds Chris's arm. Sophia gets jumped by Lilith as well. Lilith drags her deep into the water, but luckily, Sophia cuts herself loose and escapes. 3 years later, we see 2 guys fishing in the river in Paris. They mistakenly fish out an old World War II missile. The police arrive and defuse the situation. An ex-Marine turned police sergeant, Adil, informs the news reporter that they have safely extracted the missile, but more missile shells keep turning up. Adil's commander, Angel, takes over while he heads to a police briefing with his crew. Now, we see Sophia, who's working as an aquarium guide. We also meet Mika, a 20-year-old marine activist. Mika approaches Sophia afterwards and informs her that she's been tracking Lilith. Mika works for an organization named Save Our Seas. She takes Sophia to her headquarters, where she shows their work on saving sea life. Mika's girlfriend, Ben, informs Sophia that they have been tracking Lilith by tracing Sophia's beacon. She shows that Lilith has made her way to the Seine River in Paris now. Sophia finds it hard to believe, but because of her trauma, she doesn't want to continue her research. Mika and Ben are planning to investigate the Seine River tonight for signs of Lilith, but Sophia warns them not to search and leaves. Back at her place, Sophia watches her crew's video and cries. She decides to track Lilith and finds that Mika and Ben were correct about Lilith's location. Ben and Mika head towards the river to investigate a recent car accident where the dead body wasn't recovered, indicating shark activity. Mika enters the river and finds shark bites on the car. Suddenly, the cops arrive, and Ben bails on Mika. The cops take Mika with them while Sophia watches from the bridge. Meanwhile, Sophia tracks her beacon and sees Lilith's fin in the river. The cops, led by Adil and his crew, Marcus, Caro, and Adama, take Mika to their station. In the morning, Adil interrogates Mika, but she doesn't cooperate. Caro abruptly informs Adil that there's been an emergency. Sophia gets called in by the cops and meets Adil. The police uncovered the corpse in the river. It was the man who had a recent accident in the Seine River. Sophia assures Adil that a shark murdered this man, but Adil isn't convinced that a shark has infiltrated Paris. Sophia and Mika meet with the police commander, Angel. They inform her that Lilith is supposed to be in rivers because they can suffocate her, so they need to move her back to the ocean. But the police are adamant about confirming whether this shark even exists or not. Adil and his team prepare to enter the river, while Sophia locates Lilith. They head to the river and synchronize their tracker with Sophia's tablet. Adama, Nils, and Cora dive into the river. They follow Lilith's beacon, but Mika believes the cops will eliminate Lilith. She calls Ben and forces her to deactivate Lilith's beacon to save her. Lilith appears behind the crew in the river, and they all panic when they realize Lilith is missing from the radar. They quickly swim out and check their sonar device, only to confirm there is a giant shark. Adil implies Sophia turned off the beacon, but she gets furious and leaves. She heads to Mika's headquarters and boasts to her for switching off the beacon. On the other hand, Adil informs Angel about Lilith and suggests locking down river travel to catch the shark. Angel denies it because the triathlon at Seine is in a week and journalists from all over the world will visit for the Olympic event. She orders double security and surveillance instead of informing the city mayor. Later at night, Adil looks up Sophia and discovers how her crew was massacred in a shark attack. He feels empathy because his army crew also died. Later, Mika uploads her video, informing people about ocean pollution and encouraging them to save Lilith, which goes viral. Adil now approaches Sophia at the aquarium and apologizes for misbehaving with her. He informs her that he needs her help to convince the mayor since she's a marine biologist. They meet up with the mayor of Paris, who is just another greedy, deceiving politician. They inform the mayor about Lilith, and it's a huge threat, but she doesn't take it seriously. She mentions that the state spent $1.7 billion on this Olympic event, and they can't just cancel it. She orders Angel to eliminate the shark once and for all. Angel orders Adil to make a list of equipment to take down Lilith, while Sophia comes up with a plan of attack. Before they initiate their plan, Ben arrives in a rush. She informs the cops that Mika is planning to rescue Lilith with a bunch of supporters. She turns on Lilith's beacon and mentions Mika is at the old catacombs of Seine, where Lilith is resting. The cops change their plan and decide to rescue them first. They head to the catacombs and breach the place. Mika enters the river to prove that sharks are harmless. It is revealed that there is another little shark that is Lilith's offspring. Sophia is shocked that Lilith gave birth suddenly. The baby shark doesn't attack Mika, but Sophia yells at Adil to rescue her. Adil dives in and grabs Mika, but she bites him, and suddenly, Lilith attacks Mika. Everyone starts panicking while Lilith kills her own child. Adil and the cops guide everyone to safety, but it turns into mayhem. Lilith starts attacking the people who fall in the water and bites off their appendages. In the mayhem, Ben drowns, and one of the cops named Leo gets mauled by Lilith. Adil starts shooting, so Lilith swims away. They take everyone to the hospital, where Sophia starts feeling guilty, so Adil consoles her. Caro informs them they found something, and it's Lilith's child. Sophia gets to work and examines the newborn shark. She discovers that this shark is only 2 months old and is already pregnant, meaning Lilith can breed without a male. This means Lilith is a new species of shark, and if they don't stop her, she'll be reproducing a lot more. They take it up with the mayor, who still doesn't take them seriously, and decide to bring in the army and take the case out of the police's hands. On the news channel, the mayor lies about any incident of people dying from shark attacks, while the cops and Sophia sit at a bar, feeling useless. Sophia still plans to retaliate, but Adil shuts her down. She asks Adil why he left the army, so he opens up. He mentions that he was assigned to rescue hostages with his team, which they did, but he abandoned his teammates out of fear, and most of them died. That's why he left. Sophia empathizes with him and comes up with a plan. They decide to bomb Lilith's nest in the catacombs, while Sophia uses an infrared emitter to keep the sharks at bay so the blast can destroy them. Angel decides to accompany the mayor to remove any suspicions, given that the army is in charge of security. Now, the next day, they all arrive at the catacombs with their equipment, while the triathlon is about to commence at the Seine River. The mayor arrives at the triathlon and lies again about shark attacks, ensuring they have maximum security. The mayor gives a speech while Sophia and the rest place their equipment. They turn on flares for light and witness hundreds of sharks swimming above them in circles. They all place the bombs and head out, but their crewmate with the bomb trigger gets attacked by Lilith and her children. Sophia, Adil, and Adama stick together, but Adama tries to reach for the trigger. He presses the buttons but gets attacked by more sharks. Sophia tries to escape with Adil, but the bombs explode and blast them away. Caro rescues Adil and Sophia, but Sophia returns to see if Lilith is dead. Surprisingly, Lilith survives, but she is quite bruised. Adil and Caro try to rescue Sophia, but Lilith knocks away their boat. Caro and Adil fall into the river, and Lilith takes down Caro. Adil and Sophia climb on their boat, while Lilith now makes her way towards the contestants participating in the swimming triathlon. Lilith, one by one, starts attacking the swimmers, and everyone starts screaming. The river turns into a bloodbath, but the army intervenes and starts shooting at Lilith. Sophia and Adil warn them to stop shooting because there are missile shells in the river that can explode. They don't listen, and one of the missiles explodes. Eventually, it causes the other shells to explode across the entire river, causing the bridges above the river to collapse. The city starts flooding, but Lilith still manages to escape the blast. A huge wave of flood charges towards them as Sophia and Adil drown in it. The mayor drowns in the flood as well. Sophia swims out of the water and rescues Adil. She holds him in her arms, and Adil asks if the disaster is over. Sophia looks around and realizes they are surrounded by hundreds of sharks. The camera pans out to reveal that most of Paris is underwater now, and the film ends here. I hope you liked the story recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you for being a part of Black's Movie Recaps. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Black's Movie Recap for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned, and until next time, stay captivated.